We're playing CI, and up against my friend NetJogging, or GoHawks, as he is known on JNet, and he's playing Max. And I think we're testing out some stuff for Store Championships. He wanted to do some testing against CI, and so here we are. My start was pretty good. We went Mogo on HQ, Hedge, and Violet level clearance. And he's going to have a bit of a slow start. He's got a Dirty Laundry and an R&D, which is good for him. Getting as many accesses as he possibly can is kind of the best thing you can do as Max. So I draw a shipment from Mirrormorph. We are just going to Ultraviolet and install Ice. We had Excalibur in our hand, so we weren't really worried about missing. So when you Ultraviolet clearance, if you don't have a thing to install, like that you want to install, like an Ice, you actually have to install on your agendas or something like that. So it could get a little bit messed up if you don't structure your play right. So he has got really set up. He's getting some good economy going. He's got data folding. This is the data folding Max deck that's on NRDB. I'll put a link in the description below. And he's just checking R&D HQ, letting him in. I've only got about 16 credits, so no reason to really jeopardize my position as CI. Trashes a Violet level, that sucks, but what can you do? So we're going to hedge fund, archive, VLC, and a Violet level. So we just want to go as fast as possible now. A couple things I do know about this Max deck is it is playing clot, so we have to be careful about that. And if we're not, he could catch us with that, but not a huge chance that he has it on Peddler, but it's possible. So he runs HQ, bounces off a Mogo. He's gonna run R&D. I'm gonna let him in. Just pot shots on R&D. He's at 0 points, and we're on turn 3. He's got Maw. Maw is a problem for us, so it can just snipe pieces out of hand. It's not a huge problem. This deck can win very fast with few pieces, so not so worried. What he needs to be doing is he needs to find a way to get through Loki. If he has a Fem, which I don't think he does, I think he's on Atman in this deck. And because he's on Atman, his options are basically find Atman as fast as possible, play it, and then run through HQ as many times as he possibly can. He doesn't have Employee Strike or anything like that to deal with CI, so it's just lucky accesses. So we're just going to throw a Jeeves out here. This is kind of like he's going to get some accesses. He's going to maw us probably no matter what we do. We'll see if he goes for an Atman play here to deep data mine. It's possible, like if it's on the Peddler rather. Nope, he's just going to let it fire. So he's going to run the Jeeves and and accidentally shuffles his hand in, which it comes after the sub from Mother Goddess, so he shouldn't have done that. That's okay, he says. So we'll just continue, and he'll draw back up. Totally fine. Testing is sometimes filled with mistakes. That's why you do it. So definitely going to go run that Jeeves just to get a Maw trigger. That is the only problem about doing the Jeeves play in this. It might have been a bad idea, but if you do it, you actually can go off with one fewer piece of the combo. So you can actually Jeeves with like just one Biotic. I think you can do it with just one Biotic. You could actually do it with like Biotic, Shipment, gain extra click. Or Mirrormorph, Biotic, Shipment. Okay. So he's going to let us have our Jeeves. Doesn't have any money to contest it, which is one of the reasons I think it's so good in this deck. I don't think I have it yet. Am I missing it? 3, 4. I have Shipment. I'm missing 1. 1, 2. So at this point, I think I actually have the score, but I'm worried about clot. So I'm thinking about finding a best defense before I do it. So I just ask him, clot on Peddler, and I think here he just sort of says nope. So I think the game is afoot. I'm about to combo out. So right now CI brain rewiring, which is what this deck is just kind of like meta defining. It's forcing people to play answers to AI, Mythic Ice, and it's not always possible. Some decks just have the worst trouble dealing with them. Aomakua is an okay answer until CVS goes into archives, and then they can't run at all, and they need to have some other way in. So he gives me the go-ahead. I don't know why I waited so long. I think we had something happen. No, yeah. So we're going to combo, and it takes forever to do Shipment from Kaguya, or Shipment from Mirrormorph. For some reason, the interface is really slow with it, and but I'm going to go through it just to show him that I have it. So we're going to do it with the Contract Killer and Rewiring instead of Show of Force. Biotic, Shipment. We have plenty of clicks. I think I'm just going to also use Audacity just because. Why not? Should just advance the Contract Killer, Audacity, and then kill. Yep. And that is kind of it. Not much else going on in this game other than just showing off some of this. We're going to go to a game 2 here in a minute, and we'll be back in a moment. And yeah, we're going to try it again, see if he has some better luck with Max. And this hand is awful, so I'm going to mull this. There's no money. And this is an okay hand. This is fine. No agendas, which means R&D is going to be a little bit porous for the beginning of the game. But we have 2 ice, so we'll be able to shore that up pretty fast. So we're going to probably hedge. We'll throw out the Jeeves because he's not going to trash at turn 1. And probably just credit. Get some money. Next turn we can Ultraviolet and gain a click off of Jeeves, which is going to be a huge tempo swing in our favor on turn 2 because CI is fair. Here we go. And I didn't see that he played Hacktivist here, but luckily we didn't lose our Ultraviolet clearance. It sort of like lagged a little bit, so when I rezzed the Jeeves, it on my screen hadn't actually shown up. So we found our way to clear Hacktivist. I don't think we had to do that, to be honest. I think that was a mistake. We only have we have 5 things to res that are assets or upgrades. We have 2 Jeeves, 1 Haas, and 2 CVS. I think that's it. Oh, no, we have a Contract Killer, so 6. So he gets Maw out early. He's going to trash the Jeeves, which I think actually might have been a mistake there. Now he's got no money. He's got only 4 unliberated. He's got the Maw, but if we ice R&D, he's in trouble. And that's what we're going to do. So now he might just effectively be locked out of the game. I'm going to res Mogo for no other reason than just to stop his Maw. And we'll just take it slow, take some credits, and go from there. It's a little bit of an aggressive res from me, but I don't want to lose any more pieces. I don't want to lose an agenda early. I just like to keep everything in hand. I know he doesn't have a good answer to either of these ice. So we'll start our turn as soon as JNet catches up with us. There we go. And we'll gain some money because we only drew a shipment from Kaguya. Not something we wanted right now, but that is okay. If we find an archive in memories, I think we're just going to archive the ultraviolet. Otherwise, we're just going to be clicking for credits and drawing. It's going to take forever, but we could get there. This game is hugely in our favor right now. I think the max decks that play like a single AI solution and not FEM have a huge problem against CI, unless they're playing Strike. But it's not common that Max plays Strike. I have seen it, and I think it's a really good idea. It just hasn't caught on as much. So here we just drew Efficiency Committee, more stuff we don't want. He's got some meat damage prevention. Okay, so meat damage prevention is fine. We can also score out now since we are clearly just locking him out. Haas is not a good draw. You do not want that. Best defense, not a good draw. Draw again. Let's take some money. Slow going. Sometimes this happens with CI where you don't get action and you just find agendas and other crap. Now, from GoHawks' perspective, he needs to find admin. If he can find admin, he can get through HQ a bunch of times. The problem with that is I also have Excalibur in hand. So we found some money. We'll draw twice, and then we'll hedge fund. Just building our money, taking it slow. We have 2 ECs, we have food, 1 Kaguya. So to do the 7-point combo, we need 2 more Kaguyas, we need 3 Biotics, and 2 archive memories. Then we'll win. So right now, Ma hasn't done very much. This is one of the reasons that Ma is not a great CI solution. It can be annoying, and sometimes it will get a win. Like if you get it turn 1 and you force them to discard accidentally their ice, you can definitely lock them out. But that doesn't often happen, and usually it just costs you 6 credits and then does nothing. Okay, we found Audacity. Oh, we also need an Audacity for our 7-point combo. So we found Audacity. We're just going to credit up, draw, and chill. He's got no pressure on us, so... What's he got in his bin? We're going to take a look. Looks like he's going to get admin out. Admin at 3. He's going to do admin at 3, which I think is a huge mistake. I would have probably gone for HQ here. Okay, he gets an agenda, gets another agenda. I'm going to find a bunch of points in here, so 4 points. Now if we draw in archive memories, we could just kill him, provided he does not have a I've had worse in hand. However, he has about 5 cards in hand, so good chance that if we punitive 4, we'll hit an I've had worse. In any case, he also has a Citadel Sanctuary, so there's no real reason to go for a kill here. We'll just go for a score. We'll just try to score out. It's a more reasonable play. We're just going to continue doing what we've been doing, and then we'll ice on R&D. So... And we're not going to res. We don't care about single accesses on R&D. It is not very relevant. He has no money, can't run twice anyway, so he gets the CVS out of our hand, which is fine. We don't care about that card in this matchup. Even though he does have clot, he's out of cards. I think clot is already in the bin, so does not matter. Okay, we're going to Violet level this turn. Draw Violet, probably. We're looking at needing one more efficiency. No, we have all our pieces except for Biotics and one Kaguya. So we're gonna best defense this same old thing, just so he can't levy, just to keep him sort of stalled out. Just draw, get some pieces in our hand. 17 cards left in the deck, and now I believe we have not quite everything. We're missing 2 Biotics. I'm going to toss out some irrelevant cards here. I'll just take a moment while we do that. If you ever wondered why this deck is disgusting, it's because it only needs to res 10 points worth of ice, 10 credits worth of ice, usually, to be relevant. So, and it only needs 15 credits to score 7 points out of hand. That's pretty ridiculous. He hits an Ultraviolet, which is annoying, but it's not the end of the game. Don't care. We actually are almost through our deck. Draw an Archive. That's one of 2 we need. So we'll probably just Ultraviolet here and install an ice somewhere. Yeah, just throw the Excalibur on Archives for whatever reason. Just in case he has Rebirth. I don't think he does, but probably would have rebirthed by now into Omar. One of the ways Anarch can actually win through just random accesses is Omar and Turning Wheel, and that's one of the best things that they have going for them again in this matchup. Maw is not one of the best things they have going for them. So we have 2 Archived, 2 Biotics. We've got our agendas, we have all of our Kaguyas, we have Audacity, so we just need 1 more Biotic, and then we can combo off. Pretty silly. Just reading Archives. There is a food in there. So he will get 2 more points. It's not enough to win, so don't care. Resing the Excalibur wouldn't do anything anyway. Hey, we drew our Biotic, so now we have it. We have everything. So what's going to happen is I'm going to go through the motions of do the combo just to show what's going on. Josh is actually, at this point, Go Hawks / Net Jogging is actually stepping out for a minute. I can't remember what he was doing. I think he says like, I have it, or yeah, a friend of mine who's also watching says I have it, who also plays this deck, and yeah, it's just a matter of doing the things, clicking the buttons. So we put food in one server with Mirrormorph. We put efficiency committee, and then another efficiency committee. We triple Biotic. No, I'm ahead of myself. We're going to triple Biotic. As soon as the JNet does it, there we go. We Shipment twice on the efficiency committees. And then we advance one of the efficiency committees twice and score it. And then we take our clicks, going up to 4 clicks. We shipment again, 1 shipment on food, 1 on an efficiency committee. Then we archive memories, shipment, play shipment. Okay, and we score our efficiency committee. It's pretty silly. Take our clicks. Archive memories, another shipment, play the shipment, play Audacity, score the food. And that is how you 7-point combo. Combo doesn't beat any clot. There is a way, you actually have 1 extra click at the end of this. So if you had a CVS in hand and 3 extra credits, you could beat 1 clot. But that's about it. So you'd have to control best defense. You have to best defense all of the SATCONs before. And that is how you 7-point combo with CI. Pretty easy, not very hard. I'll put the combo in the description below. Yeah, we'll continue on with our testing for store championships and upcoming regionals. And thanks for watching, everybody, and we will see you next time.